What are we going to talk about today?
What is the biggest myth about marriage?
Well, there aren't any happy marriages, really, right? Hello, Zippies. Ready to raise your vibration?
Let's do it.
The first thing that came to my mind, honestly, when you said, what is the biggest myth about marriage? The first thing that came to my mind was that it's hard. I had a really hard marriage. If you're in a really hard marriage, and especially if it's your first one, and it's really, really hard, it's really easy to think marriage is hard. Just hard, like, hard. I mean, constantly hard work. But life is work. I mean, life is work. You brush your teeth in the morning and you put on your makeup and, you make your bed and you go to your job and you do your job and then you come home and you have all these things you do at home. So everything about life is work. So sure, is there a certain amount of things you have to do to have a happy marriage? Sure there are, but it doesn't have to be hard.
Right.
Yeah. Marriage is not hard. I'd like to bust that myth right now. I did have a friend that was in a horrible marriage and was really struggling with telling her husband that she wanted a divorce. And she said, well, there aren't any happy marriages, really, right? And I said, you've got to be kidding me. I am extremely happily married. I am in an amazing marriage. Marriage can be fantastic. My grandparents had a great marriage. My parents had a great marriage. So I was able to observe happy marriages. I had an aunt and uncle. I had good examples in my life of good marriages. But you don't really know what's in someone else's marriage unless you've been in there. And that's why she asked the question, because she knows that. You don't know. I mean, have you seen The Truman Show? Okay. So everybody, that puts on the white shirts and gets their pictures taken at the beach. But really, there's a lot going on there that is not pretty. It's not as pretty as that picture. It can be hard.
If you're with the wrong spouse, it can be hard if you never do things together. It can be hard if you don't trust each other. It can be hard if you're not trustworthy.
Yeah, marriage can be hard. But marriage is hard as a blanket statement is a myth. Marriage is not hard. It's not supposed to be hard.
Right.
It doesn't have to be hard. And if it's hard, you're probably not that happy.
I think there's probably a lot of people talking about marriage being hard, and they're attracting other spouses that are talking about marriage being hard, and so they're all sitting around talking about marriage being hard and just feel like the whole thing is hard. So it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it's all in the picking. You've got to have the right match, and marriage can be very easy and loving and wonderful. It's a wonderful thing when it's done right.
And it's easy to think that marriage is hard if you are in a bad marriage. Everything you're doing is hard. It's hard because you don't trust your spouse. It's hard because you don't know when they're going to come home, or it's hard because they're mean to you. It's hard because you're walking on eggshells trying to make them happy. It's hard because you're like the jester trying to entertain someone. If they can't make themselves happy, you can't make them happy, and trying to constantly make someone else happy is really hard.
If you have different values and not having common interest and recreational activities to do together, it can make it hard. It can also be wonderful if you're doing things together with your spouse, like Holly and I do. We play together, we work together, and a lot of people look at that and say, I don't know how you could work with your spouse.
Well, ask us that.
It works out really well. It's not like we're side by side all day long. I have my responsibilities at work and Holly has her responsibilities. So even though we work for the same company, we are apart a lot of the day, and we still have contact throughout the day. And of course, if something big happens, then we can talk to each other and work it out. So we are each other's kind of lifeline during the day, owning a company together. We do everything together, and I think that's hard for a lot of people to understand that can work. But it works because we are so much alike, and that's what makes it fantastic. We play together every weekend. We have the same hobbies. We love tennis. We love watching SEC football. We love basketball. We picked up the Spurs. We do everything together. We love to sail. We will plan that trip throughout the year. We talk every morning. One of the favorite things that we have is getting up every morning and just having coffee time together. We call it chair time. We have long chair time on the weekends. We have an hour or two or even more if we want to make more time for it on the weekends. But even during the week, even if I'm rushed, I still like to sit down and say, well, let's do 5 minutes this morning, just to have that time to connect with your spouse. And that makes all the difference, because you can go off during the day and just know that you've started the day great. And if you start the day great, you're going to end the day great, and everything in the middle usually turns out great too. It's just the way it goes.
We eat all our meals together, and we like to eat healthy, so we normally feel really good and have a lot of energy, and it makes everything good because we're eating healthy together. We're paying attention to what we're eating, attracting a lot of positive things into our life. The biggest myth about marriage is that it's hard. It is not hard. It can be easy. If you're in a great marriage, it's easy. It's easy. We've been married 10 years going on 11, and I can't believe how easy it is. I said I was never going to do it again because it was so hard the first time. I said I would never, ever get married again. So never say never. There's a myth buster for you. And that's what really Zippy Vibe is about. We're demonstrating that marriage is fun and that marriage is great. And our marriage is easy. And we put a lot of effort into it. But it's not work.
Right.
It's effort.
We're here doing this together today because
for a reason.
We enjoy it. So
right.
It's fun. We hope it makes a connection to you, and I hope you reach back out to us and give us some comments. We would really appreciate that.
Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
We'll see you next time on Zippy Vibe. Have a Zippy Vibe day.
You don't even know why. I've never seen that before in my life.
Bullshit. You know it.
Our entire... Can you say our entire 10 times fast?
Our entire?
Our entire.
Our entire.
Our entire.
Our entire.
Say it 10 times fast.
Our entire, 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 our entire.
Okay, that was pretty good.